Love magic so much. It's a genre. It's something that I've been passionate about since I was little. As nerdy as that sounds. So when I got the script for the pilot, I read it and I loved it, and then I got the books and I loved them, and I've just felt really lucky the entire process. But magic for me drew me in.
I think for me, I read the script before I read the books, and I only read the books once I booked the part. And for me, it felt like a show that was taking a risk.
Yeah.
It was definitely different than anything that I'd seen on TV at that time, and that's really exciting to be a part. And as an actor, and the character that I play, it asked a lot of me, and it asked to stretch in ways as an artist that's just truly thrilling. But I think you also asked about the power of the show.
Yeah.
I think the power in the show lies in its reflection of today.
Yeah.
And how, even though it is fantasy, it's really so... Zornia Hurston, I'm bringing out a quote, so settle down everyone. She always said that we understand humanity best through fiction. And I think fantasy also can help us understand the world in a much more deep and better way. I did when I read the books, I understand. And I think that that's really exciting. May I?
Please.
I think for me, it's the difficulty of getting to know self and the difficulty to love self. I think that the truest love story in the books is between every character and themselves.
Yeah.
And how we think that these external things like magic, there's always the thing, magic's not going to be a panacea. It's not going to solve all of your problems. So it just becomes this another complication as we're in this process of growing up.
The characters in the story are confronted with the same problems, I think, that any one of us is, and the idea that magic is romantic and it's going to save them is not true, and they're confronted with that constantly, and I don't know, it's so fantastical, but it's grounded in such reality that the balance of the two is really fun to play, and it's a challenge.
I mean, there's still a lot of magic on the show.
There's a lot of magic.
I mean, there's a lot of flying, and there's a lot of crazy stuff that's about to come down your path. I play Penny, and I describe Penny as Wolverine on the inside, Basquiat on the outside. He's a lone wolf. He's lived life in kind of existing on his own, and now when we find him at the pilot, he's placed in a community where he's not so different anymore. And so for Penny, it's how do I integrate into a community when I've been living on my own for so long, and what are the trials and tribulations that come with that?
I play Alice Quinn, and Alice is a very shy individual. She grew up in a magical household, so magic has been something that she's known her whole life, and she's the most powerful one, I think, out of the group, for sure. He hates when I say that because he plays Penny. But Alice, when we find her, she comes to break bills and she doesn't really want to be there. She's like all of them, they're dealing with their own demons and the pain that's been in their life, and she's brought there for a painful reason and just trying to get through. I don't know.
There's like an interesting reluctance for everyone except Quentin.
Yeah,
Quentin and Julia are very much seeking it, but I think for the rest of it's something that happened to them almost, and there's this interesting reluctance where we find out, where it's not like in other shows where it's like this huge amazing, like, oh yay, I found the clock. How do you get into Narnia? The wardrobe. Yeah, I found the wardrobe. Or Harry Potter, where it's like, yeah, I get to leave, these crazy muggles. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost this part of my French. It's like, oh fuck, how do I do with this now? It's kind of, which is interesting. It's a nice take on this. It's a nice spin on it. I think that it really goes back to the reflection of now, and that it's not good versus evil. We're not really set up in that construct. It's about it's character show. It's a show about characters who are growing, and magic is a part of their lives. And there are epic quests and there are epic things that happen, and that's really fun and exciting. But I think what separates us from Supernatural and those kind of shows and that is about the infusion of character. That's what I would say.